Whoever you are, that starts to give a little scar. He needs to get a frame on the board and quickly, just to stop the rot. If the red above the black doesn't pot, Ronnie might be tempted to take this long red on. If the red above the black pots, it's too risky. Not had a great percentage of long pots, 1 in every 2 virtually being missed by O'Sullivan, almost 1 in 3 by Stephen. So this is by no means a certainty. John just hit the nail on the head a few moments ago when we were talking about the shot he played from brown to the last red. The way he's cueing is hitting the ball so beautifully. And to do it without the power, John, that makes the pot a lot easier, doesn't it?
Oh, when he's cueing, it's just unbelievable. I mean, he just gets the cue through the white ball with no effort. It's so smooth, and that's how he gets so much spin, as you say, without any effort.
9.
Now the reds are open. He'd like to get on the red that's just above the black. If he could somehow get to that red, he'd clear the black for both corner pockets, and this could be a frame-winning opportunity. Even without that, you get the feeling it will be.
Is it worth the risk now, John, off the yellow to screw straight up through the gap?
Well, I was thinking of that, but Ronnie's having a look at alternative reds, and he's now looking at the brown as a possibility for position. Maybe he feels by playing for a red in the middle of the table, he's got a couple of reds to play for rather than just play for the one red. You're always a great believer in leaving yourself choices.
Yeah, I must admit,
13.
It certainly helps, because you can't always guarantee finishing on a sixpence. On a sixpence. We used to say that in the billiard halls, didn't we, on a sixpence, but I suppose it's on a 5p now. Needs to get rid of that red ASAP, and he's come too high for it now, so he'll have to play the bottom red of that little group of 4.
19. 20.
Well, that's an interesting stat. They've been playing here for like 8 or 9 days. There's a total tournament points, and as you can see there, there's only 24 points difference between the two players on total points throughout the whole tournament. 3,903, 3,879. This is a stats fest we've got now. Tournament balls
25.
potted. There's only 4 more balls been potted by Stephen Hendry. But the frame score, that's not looking too close at the minute.
26.
You're becoming a bit of an anorak, Willie, aren't you, on the quiet? They'll be calling us Statman and Robin.
Still struggling because of that red. Will it pot when the black goes on its spot? With the position of the red, it will. Just having the white ball cleaned. Michaela having to work hard this morning. Had to place the pink off its spot behind the pack on a couple of occasions. Now they clean the white.
$34.
It's looking quite ominous at the moment, John.
Yes, as we say, this is all about getting chances and taking them, and Stephen hasn't done that in the first 4 frames. And we all know with these champions that And Stephen had mentioned it in actual fact in one of his press conferences. He couldn't afford to let Ronnie get in front of him because Ronnie will get stronger, like Stephen does. Stephen gets stronger. Steve Davis used to be the same. As soon as they get a few frames in front, they get stronger. He had his opportunity yesterday, Stephen, when he led 4-1. And as you say, he's lost the last 6 frames, looking like he could lose the next 7.
$41.
Well, this completely opens the frame up. Doesn't have to worry about the 3 reds that are near
42.
cushions now. He can clearly win the frame with these next 5 reds in open play and 5 colours. He's had spells in this tournament where he's looked unbeatable, but he's also had spells in the tournament where he almost looks like he's not really interested, and you just got to hope, if you're his opponent, that he has a couple of those sessions where he seems to be not at ease with
49.
himself, because when he's at ease with himself, he's playing as good as I've seen him play.
50.
Yeah, but there's one thing we do know, don't we, Willie? He has tremendous respect for Stephen. So he ain't going to take his foot off the pedal, so to speak. Against
57.
Stephen Hendry, who he's... Well, that will be his goal, to try and
58.
equal or better whatever Stephen's done in the game. He'll have to go some, though, to do that. There you see the pot success for Ronnie. Very acceptable for Stephen. Well, that's probably a reflection of why he looks like losing 7 frames on the trot from 4-1 in front. Just this red and a colour, and he'll be 8-4 behind.
$66.
Tells you they know, we know, Hendry knows.
73.
He's lost 4 on the trot this morning.
74.
And the only thing missing from this morning's session, the way Ronnie's played, is a century. It's going to be tough to get one. He was a little unlucky in frame 9 where he broke down on 93.
80.
Left the angle, I
81.
think, to be able to nudge the other red into play. That's what he's tried to do. Maybe a little bit too low. So if he is, it's around the houses. He hasn't made his mind up yet. Well, if he's got the kiss after hitting the green.
87.
They're hard to please, this audience, aren't they?
They're getting used to it this morning, John. He's playing too good. Well, once again, no century, but the standard of play from O'Sullivan is outstanding. Stephen will be very disappointed. Could have won 3 of the 4. He hasn't. He's lost all 4 and trails by 8 frames to 4.